Hello, if you're watching me, hi, thank you for coming to my live. If you're watching me, thank you for coming to my live. So, I just want to talk about difficult moments, sad moments, painful moments in our lives. How do we go through them? Because I know that life will always have challenges. Life will always have those moments that you feel overwhelmed, you're tired, you're going through one challenge or the other, and sometimes some people even get depressed. So how do you go through them? We always have difficult times. Like for me personally, I think the most difficult time for me has been like relocating from Nigeria to Germany. All my life I have grown up around my family, my parents, my siblings. I'm the last of four children, and I did my school around my state, around my people. And so like just traveling out of the country to come and be with my husband here in Germany. I think for me it's like one of the most difficult times for me in my life. And you know how it is if you've relocated abroad. Please just let me know in the comments. Hi guys, welcome to my life. Coming abroad, especially like as a scholarship spouse, if your husband maybe or your wife got a scholarship and then they came abroad, you know how life is. It's not easy. It's not easy. I wish that I can be able to like say my story from beginning to end, but time is not enough. But I know that there will be somebody who is watching this live today that will be encouraged by this video. So difficult moments will always be there. How do you go through them? Do you go through difficult moments on your own? Do you go through them with God? Do you feel like, oh, this thing that you're going through at this moment, God is too much for me, or why me? Most times when we go through these things, we keep asking, why me? Like in my case, when I was to leave Nigeria to Germany, I was crying. I was asking God why he had to like why he had to like send me from Nigeria to Germany. I couldn't understand why. It was so difficult for me, even though I was coming here to meet my husband. But I didn't want to. I didn't like the idea of living abroad. I was just okay with where I was, living my life around family, around support. If you're living abroad and you're coming from maybe an African country, you know how our culture is, the support, the people. You can just wake up in the morning, and just greet people. You can leave your child with your sister or with your brother, but here abroad, the life is completely different. So I didn't want to have any of that. But when you are married, you just have to make sacrifices. You don't have any choice. So for me, coming to Germany was so difficult. It was so difficult for me. Like, I don't think I will be able to explain everything at once. Hello. Oh, Life with Helen Say, thank you so much for coming to my life. I appreciate. I'm subscribed to you and I follow your videos. The recent one I watched that was so inspiring was your story in Kuwait. Thank you for sharing that story. It was so inspiring. Life with Helen Shei, thank you. So if you've relocated abroad before, you know the story. It's not easy. It is very tough. When we say it, people don't understand. They say, is it not abroad? Nothing is there now. You people are enjoying, they have money. They think as if everybody living abroad is just enjoying, but it's not easy. So for me, coming to Germany, I found it difficult to first of all accept the reality of my new environment. I couldn't come to the fact that I'm now living abroad. I left Nigeria. Every weekend, I used to see my parents. Every Sunday, we used to meet with my siblings. And then I'm coming to a country where if you even tell somebody hi, they will not answer you. If you say hello, they will just pass. A country where there is a language barrier, I still cannot even speak German that much, you know. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Life with Helen Shey. I'm grateful. Hi, Lala. Thank you for coming to my life. So, when I came to Germany, I couldn't come to, I couldn't accept my new environment. Most times, I left my country to come and be with my husband here in Germany. My husband left Nigeria on a student visa. He got a scholarship to do his PhD here in Germany. And so he left. He came here first, and then I had to come with our children. So, as I was saying, it was very difficult for me to accept my reality. If you live in Germany, you will know that I'm fine. I'm fine, Lola. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming to my life. So, if you live in Germany, you will accept that it's not easy living in Germany, especially if you don't speak the language fluently. Germany is really high. Emmanuel Ablelom, thank you for coming to my life. So living in Germany is not a walk in the park. It is difficult, it is lonely, it can be depressing. So when I came to Germany in the first few months, I was always crying. Always crying. I started to resent my husband. I was angry with him because when he left Nigeria, the plan was that, thank you, Emmanuel. The plan was that he was going to come to visit us and then he will come back. But then later he said we have to come and join him. And when he left, I was getting ready to go back to school, to get a job, all those kind of things. Yeah, but when you are married, you have to be where your family is. My husband is here. He likes it here in Germany. Peace meet. I can't I can't just go back because I'm married, I have children, and you have to live as a family. So the first few months in Germany was difficult, always crying. And because my husband was on a scholarship, thank you, Lola. My husband was on a scholarship, they pay them some amount of money from the scholarship. So I, coming from Nigeria, not working yet, it was not so easy. It was not so rosy. So I had to take a job. I had to take a menial job. I had to take a hotel job to help us get by, So when I started that job, hi Lola, my name is Fajemi. Welcome to my life. My name is Fajemi. I'm from Nigeria and I live now in Germany. And so I took that job. And when I took that job, I started the job and hey, thank you. Heloisa, welcome. Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming to my live video today. So in that moment, when I came to Germany, I had to start working because I was always home. I would take the children to kindergarten. I would come back, just sit at home, watch TV. I was practically tired of that life. I was getting bored and I was getting into depression little by little because number one, I was idle. Number two, I was missing home. It wasn't easy. So I just was trying to adjust to the reality that I was living in Germany. So I was asking God, is it that it is like a punishment? Because I felt like God was punishing me by taking me out of my country. But the purpose of this video is that when we are going through pain, when we are going through difficulty, there is a purpose for it. You might feel as if that challenge that you're having now, that difficult situation that you are in now, you feel as if it's breaking you, you feel as if it's doing you bad, but there's always purpose in your pain. There's a reason why we go through everything that we go through. And so in that moment when I was asking God why I had to leave my country, God had to remind me that there is a reason why he sent me to Germany. There's a reason why I'm here. Bye, Eloisa. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my live. So we kept on going like that. The few months we had to manage, we didn't have enough money because my husband was a student and, doing his PhD, we didn't have enough. And coming from Nigeria, I didn't really bring a lot. So it was really difficult for me. What helped me to get out of depression, because I was already in depression that moment, I was always angry with my husband. I was always sad. Every time I'm calling my family back home, calling them and crying, you know. But what helped me was that God gave me somebody here in Germany, somebody who had already gone through that phase. Yes. Tender Touch, welcome to my life. Every pain is for a reason. So if you are seeing this video, if you are watching this video, I just want to tell you from experience that your pain is not without purpose. That is just for now. It might take a while, but your pain is preparing you for something good. And you know that when we go through something, we are learning it. We are learning in that situation. And then tomorrow, we will be able to also encourage someone that will go through the same situation that we are going through. Like in my case, when I was going through depression, God provided for me somebody who had gone through that same thing. A beautiful sister here in Germany. She has lived in Germany for 10 years or more now. So when I started talking to her, I would call her and I would be crying. Like I could just be walking on the street and I'm crying. And then she told me, my sister, this is sign of depression. And then she started talking to me. He started giving me words of advice. She told me she has gone through this before. She knows how it feels. This is depression showing up, and she started to guide me. So when you are going through any pain, tomorrow you will be in a situation where you are encouraging somebody. So when I started working in a hotel. That was in 2023 when I came. I started working in a hotel and it was extremely difficult. If you are abroad and you worked in a hotel before, you'll be able to understand what I'm saying. So I had toxic work colleagues. The supervisor there was really mean. They didn't like themselves. Women gossiping each other. They didn't like each other. It's like there was a competition going on among the women working in that hotel. But God gave me favor. I tried my best to keep my mouth shut because I knew that what I wanted was the money that I would get paid from that job. So I was always quiet. I don't talk to anybody. I go to work, I do my work, and I leave. And out of that money, I started supporting my husband, who is a student. And then I was able to support my own mom at home because my mom is now retired. So little by little, all these things started making sense, that God was now telling me, can you now see the reason why you had to leave your country and come to another country? See, sometimes you will not see it, but there is a reason. That situation, that pain, that crying every night, there is a reason. And before you know it, God will take you to the next level. God will place you exactly where you want to be. And then you will realize that it was best for you to go through what you went through. Like right now, I've been in Germany now for, let's say, 2 years. And when I look back, I always say, God, thank you. God, thank you that you took me out of Nigeria because it was for good. Now I can help my parents. Now I can even help other people. Not even just family. I can help friends. I can help other people who I know I can just say, okay, let me help them with something. So you never know what your pain will bring out. For me, pain is preparation. And sometimes you feel like you're the only person who is going through pain. No, everybody goes through pain. Jesus himself, he went through pain. And there's a Bible passage that I read of recent. It was talking about Elijah when he got scared and he ran away from King Ahab. Everybody goes through this depression. You isolate yourself. You might be disappointed by a friend, or maybe you just got divorced, or you lost a job. It could be anything. Maybe you're looking for a job, it's not forthcoming. You are trying to make ends meet, you feel like it's not working. Please, just if you're watching this video, just hold on. It's just for a while. Now I look back, I remember the times I was crying. Like, 2 years in Germany has been a lot for me, but I can admit that I have grown in so many ways. You're welcome, Tender Touch. You're welcome. At one point, I told my husband that I was going to pack my things and go back to Nigeria. I told him I couldn't do it again. I say, this life in this Germany, I'm not meant for it, because I didn't want to come. I said I was going to take my box and just go back home. But he kept encouraging me. God put like a very special, sister in my way also to encourage me and say, no, my sister, just hold on. And if you're watching this now, you are maybe abroad, or you feel like the job you are doing is not, please just do it. I went to a private university in Nigeria. I have a degree in computer science, but when I came to Germany, I saw the need for me to have something doing. And in Germany, if you don't know the language, you will struggle to find a job. It doesn't matter your qualification, you will struggle. You might get one at the end of the day, but you will struggle to get it. So I just had A1. So I had to take the next available menial job, because I was tired of staying at home. So if you are a woman, you're watching this, please don't be idle. Don't be idle. Sometimes working keeps you busy. Hi, Maestri Karim. Welcome to my live video. Oh, Tender Touch. That's amazing. That's wonderful news. Thank God for your healing. That's awesome news. You see, this is a testimony now that there's no situation that we cannot come out from. If I can survive Germany, 2 years of being in Germany, I have been working. Sometimes I wake up and I'm already tired, because in Germany, all they know is work, work. You have to work every single day. Maestri Karim, thank you. Thank you for coming to my life. So in Germany, is a very busy life. Balancing family with being a wife, being a mother is very challenging. So what challenges have you gone through in your life? What difficult moments have you gone through in your life? If you're watching me, can you just drop it in the comment section? How did you go through it? Thank you, Maestri Karim. Thank you. I'm grateful. So for me, there are so many things that helped me get through my difficult moments. Number one is that God provided me with somebody who helped me. She had already gone through this process, so she knew what I was going through, and she was holding me. So she was always taking me to places where we could do some work, we get some money, so me being active. Maestro Karim, I am from Nigeria, but I stay in Germany. I live in Germany now. So I got a job, I got busy. That was how, my mind was getting off my problems and, my new environment. And another thing that helped me also was reading my Bible. Thank you, Maestri Karim. I'm grateful. Thank you. So another thing that helped me again to get through my difficult moments was that I was reading my Bible. Before then, yes, I read the Bible, but it's not like I read every day. And that is why, if you are a Christian, if you're a believer, I will advise you to always read your Bible. It could be one chapter a day, it could be just one verse a day, but reading the Bible really helped me. Every time I went out in the morning, I would see, it was a busy life, and you find me on the train crying, you find me walking crying. But every time that I opened my Bible, there was always a word for me, always. There was one time I was on the train and I was reading the Bible. So, oh, tender touch, you were good in big creatives. Don't worry, it's just time. Don't the main thing that you shouldn't do is to give up, because when you give up, then you lose the chance of trying and even getting better. So just keep going at what you are doing. Yes, Maestri Karim, I am married. I have two children. I have two boys. So, tender touch, please don't give up on your business. Don't give up on yourself. Keep doing what you are doing. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. It's just like me. When I came to Germany, I was angry with myself. I felt like I have a degree, I have a good school certificate, and I came here to Germany and I couldn't start working immediately. I felt like it was the end of the road for me. But you never know where God is directing you. You never know what can come out of your new challenges. Sometimes difficult times, it even pushes us out of our comfort zone. Sometimes even being going through pain is showing you that God is about to do something. So please don't give up on yourself. Keep learning your bidding, keep doing what you are doing. If it is work, please don't give up. Don't give up. I am a testimony that things change, seasons change. Suffering doesn't last forever. Pain does not last forever. Crying does not last forever. There is a purpose for your pain. Those sleepless nights that you're having. When I came to Germany, my husband he was just a student. We had nothing. Nothing. Because when you relocate to another country, it's like you're starting over. You're starting over afresh. When we came, we had just one small couch like this in the living area. We had our bed on the floor. You know, even when I came to Germany, I didn't even bring anything. I came here, I didn't know that situation was going to be different. And we had to start from scratch. But I'm telling you now, 2 years later being in Germany, the story is different. Is it perfect? No, it's not. It's not perfect. I'm not where I want to be. I'm not doing the things that I love. Aside from YouTube, when I started YouTube, I started feeling more fulfilled. I started feeling happier because I love to encourage people. I love to just talk to people, to just tell you that you're not the only one going through a tough moment. That so many of us are. Now social media, you see people smiling, they have good lives, they have cars. Everybody have issues. Everybody have their problems. So don't just give up. Hold on to your life and just keep making efforts to make things better, so that you can go through those difficult moments, and in the next few months, the next few years, you will look back and say that you were grateful. When I came to Germany and I started the work at the hotel, so many people discouraged me. They were like, you have a thank you, Maestri Karim, I'm grateful. People were like, I have a degree, why do I have to do a hotel job? I should just stay at home, take care of the children. My husband, when he's done with school, he will get a good job and all that. But I refuse, because where I come from, any job that you do with your hands, as long as it is genuine, as long as you are getting paid honestly, it is good. So I don't know how to be lazy. I don't know how to sit down and not do anything. So I carried myself. Maestro Karim, thank you. I am married and I love my husband. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I started working, I started getting paid little by little, and my life became better. I became happier, I became more fulfilled. I got my mom so many things. I threw a party. Yes, tender touch. Oh, I'm glad that you are encouraged. Yes, I am born again. I am a Christian. Here, my Bible is right here with me. I am born again. I believe in Jesus. And I hope that you do too, because the Bible is what saved my life here in Germany, being far away from home. I know that we handle situations differently. Other people relocate and they don't feel the absence of their loved ones, but I did. In fact, it wasn't even up until recently that I started getting used to living in Germany. And then I stumbled upon this passage that, sometimes you are exhausted with life. You are just tired, Sometimes we sit down, we say, oh God, I'm just tired of this life. I am exhausted. And then you begin to wallow in self-pity. That is your undoing, oh. Whatever you are going through, please don't identify yourself as that situation. If you are sick, please declare that you are healed. If you don't have money right now, don't call yourself poor. Tell yourself that you are rich. Do not call yourself by your situation. Oh, tender touch. That's nice. You're in Nigeria, in Cameroon. Wow. What are you doing there in Cameroon? Are you with your family? Oh, Maestro Karim, you are Hindi. Okay. I am Nigerian and I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus. So, don't always, when you go through situations, ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? Oh, tender touch. Wow. That's why you see that, when you go through certain things, you also find out later that there's someone who also went through it, and then you are able to encourage yourselves and also encourage other people. You know, today I look back on my story and I know that it was for good. It was destined for me to just leave my country and come here to Germany. Hi, Christabel. Oh, tender touch, you're married. Look at another Cameroonian sister here. Her name is Christabel. Christabel, tender touch is from Cameroon. So, thank you, Maestri Karim. I'm fine, Christabel. I'm doing fine. How are you today? How are your children? How was work, Christabel? How is Germany stress? I'm doing good, oh. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm doing good. So difficult moments can come in different ways. It could be any kind of challenge. It could be spiritual, it could be physical, it could be emotional stress, but just look at it through the eyes of God, you know. And healing can come from so many sources. Oh, Christabel, I understand you. Me too. I came back from work. When I came back from work, I went to pick my children from Schule and kindergarten, and then my husband came back to come and take my son to sports. They are coming back around 7 o'clock. I just say, let me do this live, because I was feeling kind of down, and I just remember that no, I need to stay encouraged and encourage somebody else. Maestri Karim, thank you very much. I am married. I have 2 children and I love my husband. I love my husband, Maestri Karim. Ah, Christabel, you forgot your key in the house. My God. You forgot your key in the house. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So, I went through my difficult moments, I was reading the Bible every day, and then I was also open to my husband. I was always telling him, see what I'm going through. I'm feeling bad that, I'm not home with my people. I'm missing home and all that. And then we had to always talk about it. So when you are going through difficult moments, there are different ways, that you can overcome that situation. You can be open with a friend, with your spouse, or with your pastor, or the best way is to go to God. Go to God in prayers. See, God will never fail you. Me, I'm a testimony that God never fails. God hears you. God sees you. Whatever you are going through. When I came to Germany, when I was working at a security place, because before you get in there is a military community. Before you get in there, you need a pass. You need like a gate pass that they will check it before you go in the gate. So when I came to Germany, I just came to Germany, and they said before I can have that pass, I need to be in Germany for at least 1 year. And I just came. How will I get this pass? But they still allowed me to work, but I had to be signed in every day. And so I have to wake up 4 a.m. in the morning. And during the winter, it was really cold. During the winter, I had to go out. I'll wake up 4 o'clock. I'll go to that place. My mean supervisor, that woman, that lady was very, I don't know. There are people in this life. Some people are so mean. Some people are so unkind. They treat their fellow human beings like they are animals. I don't know. So this very unkind supervisor will sign me in. Then I will go and work. And before I get back home, I have to trek long distance and then go. Every time I'm going to work, I will be crying. I'll be asking God, God, is this my life? How did I end up here? But now I know that there is a reason, and I'm so grateful. So what problem are you facing now? What is your difficulty? How are you managing it? Are you positioning yourself to learn your lessons? Because when we are going through difficult time, you also have some lessons that God wants us to take away from that situation. There are also things that God wants you to take away from that situation. Things like, how to be strong, how to be more enduring, how to be steadfast, how to trust only in God. Because there are some situations that you find yourself, then you will remember that there's nobody that will help you except God. Only God can help you. No one else. No one else. So what difficult situation are you going through? If you're watching me right now, I want to tell you that God really loves you. Oh, tender touch. You are even lucky. Your sister stays in the same city as you. Wow. I don't have anybody here. Oh. I don't have any sister. I don't have any brother. All my family are back home in Nigeria. I'm the only one here with my husband and our 2 children. And then another thing that also helped me too when I came to Germany was being in a very good church. The church that God blessed me with is amazing. I have an amazing pastor. We have some very good, lovely people in the church. So when you are abroad, it's good that you find a community. Just find a community, that will give you that feeling of being home. In this church, mostly are Africans, but they are good people. So every Sunday, I will always look forward to going to church. always look forward to Bible study because it was helping me keep my mind focused. It was occupying my mind. At least when I go out, I see people. Because if you are in Germany, most especially here, it's very difficult to make friends. People are always busy. When there's holiday or during the weekends, everybody is inside their house. So you can't even make friends. You don't even see any. If you even tell them hi, they will not answer. So having a community too is very, very good. If you're living abroad as an African, it's good that you have a community. Because when you're going through something, when you just go out, you see people that look like you, that talk like you feel a little bit, unburdened. You feel a little bit better being outside. Like my husband told me, he was here in Germany 2 years before we came. He told me it was not easy. It was almost depressing for him because in a big house, he's just alone. So you can imagine being in a big house, your wife is not there, your children are not there, and not to even talk about the German visa process. I don't know, the German visa process is so thorough, is so difficult. Before you get the interview date is a problem. When you go for interview date, they have to do all the verification, verify your documents. They have to, you take another extra 1 year again. But in my own case, I was lucky, you know when I applied for my visa, I got the date very fast. And my good night, Maestro Karim, thank you for coming to my life. So bye, Maestro Karim, bye. Oh my God, tender touch. I understand. Me, my none of my family person has come to visit me, and I haven't gone home yet because it's just been 2 years. But I can't wait to go home. But I remember when I was relocating, the day I was traveling, my father cried like a baby. Oh my God. My father cried. His eyes were red. He was telling me how he was going to miss me, how he was going to miss his grandchildren. And even for my mom, it was so difficult for her because I'm the last child. I'm the last of 4 children. And so we are always together. We have always been together. So I'm the first person to like go so far away from home like this. So it was really difficult for me and my siblings. I have just one sister, and me and her, we are very close. Back home in Nigeria, we had our kids in the same school. We go to the same church. So every time I see my sister any day, every day I see my sister. When we go to drop our children at school, I see her. Sometimes I pick the children, I take them to our house. So it was just like, somebody just surrounded with support, with love, with family, and then you just relocate. Hi, welcome back. Hi, Lola, welcome back. You just relocate out of your country, you go to a new land, and it's just a different atmosphere. Oh, tender touch, you are the last girl in the house too. Me too, I'm the last girl. We have 2 boys and 2 girls. And so it was really difficult for my only sister. She was trying to hold it in, but she couldn't. And we were just crying at the airport. You should have seen me. I had luggages, my 2 children, and I was crying my eyes out. I was so angry. It took me time to get used to leaving my home country to come here. In fact, even between me and my husband, it was a difficult moment. Oh my God. Then that thought, you are just like me. I'm the last born and I'm the last girl as well. So it's not easy. And the difficulties that we face abroad, you know. Oh, tender touch. I can understand. Me too. My mom is a nurse. She's a nurse, even though she's retired now. So anytime I'm sick oh, my children are sick, my mom is always the one treating me. I go to her house, I stay. Even before I relocated, I was staying with my parents in their house. So I was always with people. Yes, that's how family is. That's how family is. Family supports you. You know, back home, you have people to hold you. If you don't even have money, you have somebody to give you money. But abroad, especially here in this Germany, they don't play with their money. Before you see somebody that will give you €1 is a problem. Oh, anybody that gives you money in Germany, the person really likes you. And anybody that gives you their time, they really like you. So it's really not easy being away from home. It's really difficult. People get into depression, especially here in Germany during the cold, during the winter, where you cannot go out, where you cannot meet people. You just go to work or you go to school, then you come back and stay in your room. It's very depressing. Very, very depressing. Your kids don't have people to play with. My kids were always playing with their cousins every Friday. Every day they are in school together. They are playing, they had friends. But when you come here, like the first time I came, my son was playing in the park just behind here. And then some white kids came and they were speaking German to my son, telling him to get away, you know, all those kind of things. And I was feeling so bad. Even though I went up to them and I told them not to do that to him, but I was feeling bad that, you know, my son has to go through this kind of experience simply because he's not in his country. So these are the some of the difficulties that we go through in life that, you know, if you don't have God, it's very difficult to deal with. So if you are watching and you're going through any difficult situation, God is there for you. God is watching you. Even when you are praying, sometimes you feel like you feel like God is not hearing you. There were times that I didn't even have the strength to pray. I was tired. Spiritually, I was tired. Physically, I was exhausted. All I did was to just say a prayer in my heart. I would just say, oh, in my heart, God, please just help me. God, give me strength. God, be my strength, because it was really, really difficult. But after everything is past now, you look back and say, wow, there's really light at the end of the tunnel. So whatever your struggles, God is with you. Just imagine that somebody like Elijah. Thank you, Tender Touch. I'm grateful. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much. It was nice seeing you on this live, and please, my regards to your family. Thank you for liking and subscribing. So if you're going through pain, it could be that maybe you are in school and you are getting bullied by friends, by other seniors in school. Please don't give up. Your pain has purpose. Your pain is preparing you for something. There was a time also when I was really young. I was just a teenager. I was going through a difficult time in school. And my friends, all of them, they ran away from me, you know. It's like I felt lonely. I felt like in that situation, I will never be able to rise again. But God did his thing for me. God came through. God exalted me. He blessed me. He lifted me to a place that I never imagined before. So that's what pain does to you. Your experience, they sharpen you, they shape you in a way that nobody else understands. Okay. Oh, you go to live Deeper Life Church. That's a very nice church. Okay, Tender Touch. Thank you very much. And have a wonderful time in church. Have a wonderful time in church, Tender Touch. Thank you so much. Bye, Tender Touch. Thank you. So if somebody like Elijah, a very anointed man of God, such a powerful man of God, could run away from trouble, could go through a difficult time, you know. Elijah ran away. He told God, he was crying. He told God that he's tired. Jezebel is trying to kill him. They've killed the remaining prophets. He's just the only one left. If Elijah can go through depression, if he can go through difficult times, who are you? Who am I that we will not face challenges? You might not have anything now, you know. The pain might be holding you like this in your chest. Please don't give up. I have once been in your shoes, and sometimes from time to time you just get tired. You just get tired and exhausted, you know. But that's not when you should give up, because breakthrough is just around the corner. It is in discomfort that we grow. It is during pain that we discover a lot of things that we didn't know before. So in your discomfort right now, in your pain, please learn the lessons. Please remember that it will not last forever. Hmm? Nothing lasts forever. Nothing at all. Even ourselves here on earth, we're not going to stay here forever. One day we are all going to be put in the grave. So your troubles will not last forever, and they are not in vain. If you're watching me, please take my word for it, they are not in vain. I have survived living in Germany now for 2 whole years. I can't believe it, because I never imagined that I can leave my family and go anywhere and stay for more than a year. But I've been here 2 years, and God has only done amazing things in my life, in my family's life, through me, for other people. And every day I ask myself, what would have happened if God did not take me out of Nigeria? Because back in Nigeria, I had a very good certificate. I have a degree in computer science. I went to a private university, but I had no job. And I came here, you know. Hello, Boss Mars. I don't think so, because my husband is here. My husband is here in Germany, and he likes it here in Germany, so I guess we stay here in Germany. If I come to America, maybe we'll come for a vacation, or we come to visit because we have some friends there, or something else, or work, or school, because I would like to school in the US. I don't know. America is a good place, it's a great place, the great America. But I know that someday I will come there. But as for living there, I don't know. But right now, this is where my husband is. And yeah, Germany is good. But it's not easy living here in Germany. It's not easy living in Germany, you know. Especially the language barrier. If you don't know the language in Germany, it's more difficult for you to cope without the language, or even to get a job. So when you are going through difficult times, please just hold on to God. Just remain strong. Keep your faith alive and don't give up. Don't give up at all. Giving up is not an option. Remember that your pain is preparing you for something greater. Your pain is not without a reason. And hold on to God. Anytime you are going through difficult times, please just hold on to God. As a Christian, hold on to God. Remember that everything gets better. It really does get better. There was a time when I came to Germany, I didn't have €1. I couldn't even afford to buy anything. I didn't have the money. That was in the first few months that I came to Germany. I would see things I want to buy. I can't buy it because I don't have the money. I just came to a new country, and my husband was on a scholarship. So we had to prioritize. Everything had to be on a budget, you know. And as a lady, you see some things you want to buy, you cannot do it. I had to get up and get myself a job. If I had listened to other people, some people said, why will you get a job in the hotel? Why do you do the blah, blah, blah? You are a degree holder. You went to school. You shouldn't be doing this and that. And that's our problem sometimes. You don't want to go outside your comfort zone. and you expect for God to bless you, you can decide to try other things, do what is available right now, so that from there you can see God can open a way for you. God can open a way for you. Don't just die in depression. You cannot be going through difficult times and you are refusing to work. You want to be lazy. You want to be depending on people to be giving you money, begging for $1, begging for €2 here and there. No, I believe that there is dignity in labor, and so I believe in working hard. So thank you guys for coming to this live. Thank you for watching me for a whole 1 hour. And I still want to emphasize that I pray that whatever difficult situation you are going through, that you come out of those situations stronger, and that you remember, have it at the back of your mind, that your pain has purpose. Your pain has purpose. Your pain is not without a reason. You will come out stronger. You will survive your pain. Those sleepless nights, those endless crying, the tears that you cry every night, God sees them. Those prayers that you pray to God every day, God is not deaf. God hears you. And one day, when you least expect it, that is when God will do it for you. So thank you so much for coming to my life. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. My name is Fajemi. Kindly subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next live. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.